G'day and welcome to my garage. On this episode, I need to make a where is the there it is. No, it's further back here. I need to make a steady rest. I can't drill the end of the main spindle in my lathe without a steady rest, and that's what I'm attempting to do now. So this is the main body ring. Excuse me. And then the second piece is the 3-section, 120 degree apart. This is where the fingers will slide in and out, and that is all one. Well, it's two pieces in the timber, but it'll be cast as one piece. And then this is this builds up the back and gives it more body and allows it to sit on the lathe bed. Then under that is a foot, which will have to sit. Where are we? Which will have to sit on the ways. I'm going to achieve that by only filing this 1/2 at 45 degrees and bringing a steel plate, the mild steel plate, in on the other half at 45 degrees. It doesn't have to be super accurate anyhow. It's just a whole stop the steady rest from sliding around, and then of course a bolted washer, bolt, nut, and bed clamp to hold it all in place. I haven't drawn the fingers, but yeah, the fingers come later. So that's what I'm up to, building a steady rest. This is from Gingery's series, book 6. Yeah, book 6, the accessories. It's to his dimensions. Obviously, the base that he says in the book is for his flat cold rolled ways. I haven't got his lathe, so I've had to adapt it to. I'm going to adapt it to fit my bed ways. So back to cutting out the material. I can remember where I was last. You don't need to hear all the noise and see how I can cut this out. I'll bring you back later. Bye. now I'm cutting out the sections for the fingers, and it's at 120 degrees. So this is made up of two sections. Yeah, you can see that. This is made up of two sections. So there's a 20mm base and a 12mm top ring. So I've glued and brad nailed the top ring to the base. Now I'm just cutting out the slots, and then I'll put it on I'll mount it. This is the quilt support base. I'll concentrically mount that to there with some screws through from the back, and then I'll mount that in the lathe. Excuse me. I'll mount that in the lathe and turn this up nice and round. I've got to put a bit of filling in places and take others out. But yeah, that's the progress of it at the moment. Continue on. Here we have the main body of the steady rest. I've just put a bit of body filler around the outside to make it round. Still got to file that slot back, put a bit of filler here in the corners just to square it up and make it look good. And it's mounted, I think I mentioned earlier, it's mounted to the base of the quilt support, so it has to come off. I've got 3 screws in the back, and that will come off. Then I'll have to make a small block that sits on the back, and up here that's a stand that'll sit on the ways. So it's progressing. It's going to be interesting how I'm going to get this out of the mould. I'll have to put a bit of taper on there and see if I can get some taper on the inside. But I can't put taper in these 3 slots. So anyhow, when I get around to eventually moulding it, I'll find out, won't I? Catch you later. As you can see, I've nearly finished the main body of the steady rest. I still have to just a bit of sanding around this area here, and just to make sure, clean up these slots. So at the present moment, this is the steady rest from Gingery's book, and he's given dimensions for his lathe bed, but they're not the same as mine. So I've mounted it to the chuck. That way this main body is concentric with the centre of the chuck, and this is going to be the piece. This actually comes to the edge there, gets cut off at 45 degrees to follow that. But I'm not interested in that at the moment. What I am interested in is how much clearance between, if I can get my thing in there. According to this, I need 14 millimetre packing. So 14. This will be 15. This will be 15. I'll put that in the saw and take off a millimetre. So we need another piece this size, 15mm, and then that will, well, this goes on the other side actually. So that goes on there. So this base, this block at the bottom needs to be 14mm thicker. Okay. Find a piece of timber that size, but 14mm thicker. It's going to be a fair lump of aluminium. Well, I found my block and I've nailed and glued it on. I've also hand filed the 45-degree angle and test fitted it on the bed. You can see the dark impression there, so I'm getting good contact there. So just getting this thing ready. Just a little bit more fill in here. So the design of this is that'll be it's a two-piece pattern. So the design of this is that it'll sit somewhere about there. And then I've got a 10mm bolt, clamping bolt to go through the back. The only problem is I'm not 100% happy with the overhang here. So what I might do is put a block to fill in this area here. So put a block on that base piece, just so, because this piece, you mean, yeah. So once this is cast, it is then bolted to the base block. Now that would be nice to bolt it through, but that's no good to me because I've got no area for the clamping bolt, so it has to sit off. But I would like at least half. Well, that was two pieces, remember? So that's I think that was 20mm. Yeah, so that's 20mm. If I can get this block, if I put a block on the edge of this and cast it with it, I'll then have I'll then have a rest for that piece to rest on. It'll give it a bit more rigidity, and possibly somewhere I could put 3 bolts. It's only supposed to have 2, but I've increased the height. So I might make it 3 bolts. Anyhow, that's the progress of the Gingery steady rest. The main body is finished. The second half, the cope piece is finished. I've finished the fingers. It's over getting ready to be sprayed. with silver. All I've got to do is finish this base block, and I'm 3/4 of the way through of making the clamping bolt, the clamping bar. So I'll catch up with you later. What we're casting today is the main body for the steady rest. This will be cast on its own. The parting tout that I'm using is a proper proprietary material that was generously donated by one of my subscribers, Joe. I live in Australia and Joe lives in America. I'm afraid the postal cost was a lot more than what the material would have cost. But a heartfelt thank you to Joe for this parting powder. And we'll see how it goes. And I think I just put that in the wrong way. I did too. Let's do that again. Try that again. This is the Gingery steady rest. It comes from book 6, the book 6 of the series. What is it? The accessories. The accessories book. There's a few other things in there, mainly the steady rest, and the big thing, it's about the dividing head. That's right. The dividing head is the main part of that book. Okay. Right. I'll catch up with you a little bit later. I've got to work out where I'm going to put the sprue riser. I've got the mounting block and the 3 fingers in this this one. We'll see how that goes. I use this to space the parts off the sprue. Alright, we're getting close to fitting this mould. Just tidying up the sprue, the funnel. Will this work? Well, I'm lucky that did work because I forgot to put the parting powder on. Well, I've got nothing to lift out with. I haven't put any lifting holes anywhere. Alright, let's see if we can recover this one. Yeah. That's going to work out great. Yeah, I'll put that back. Oh, hang on. I may have mentioned it, but I've got to be careful with that air hose. It is on full pressure. Okay. Well, I forgot to turn you on, and I've already poured. Now the smaller box on the right is the one with the main body in it. That poured well, not a problem. I'm very hopeful of that. But the 3 fingers and the mounting block is in the one on the left. It didn't pour well. I don't think I've got a proper gate to the riser, well, to the big block and then the riser. So we'll find out in 15-20 minutes when I break it open. We just have to do it again. Catch you later. Well, this is the one that I poured second, the one I knew I had problems with, that I didn't gate properly. And I didn't. I got the 3 fingers, and I think they may actually turn out. Take a little bit of cleaning up, but I'm used to doing that. That one's a bit, there you go, those 2 look pretty good. But as you can see, I was supposed to gate across here to the block. So I tried filling the block from the riser that I had done. But I didn't have enough metal. If I had enough metal, it may have actually worked. May have. I think it would have. That was beautiful down there. Just didn't have enough metal to do the 2 pours. So I'll clean this all up and at least redo the mounting block and one of the fingers possibly. I'll have a better look. Catch you later. I think I'll be able to recover the 3 fingers. What I'm doing now is having another go at the base on its own, because it will be a fair amount of aluminium on its own. Yeah, like I explained earlier, it would have been okay, but I ran out of aluminium. So let's dust this up with the donated parting powder, and just try not to kick it around too much. Now, remember the parting powder this time. Parting dust, powder, dust, whatever. Let's try this again.
I'll bring it back a little bit later.
Well, I've had a success with moulding this. Just got to clean it off, put it together. Oh, better go and melt some more aluminium. I forgot to turn it back on again. It won't take long, it's still fairly hot. Okay. I shall go and melt some more aluminium. Whilst we're waiting on the furnace to fire up, and well, it is fired up. It's just got to get it all hot enough. Let's see. This turned out pretty good. and see what nugget we can get out of this. I'm happy with that. That's quite a good casting. Yep, beautiful. We'll just let that cool down and I'll clean that up later. Probably tomorrow. Catch you later. Bye. Oh, I'm just breaking out the casting for, now what was this? This is the block the steady rest will sit on. It's all pretty good. I've got a bit of a hollow just here, but I can live with that, I think. The rest of it is very nice. Come up good. Alright, that looks good. Okay, that'll do that one. There it is. So this this taper just here, can you see it? Oops. That taper there is the one that slides, is a reference against the ways. This sits on the ways, but that's the raised way that everything lines up to. So yeah, come out pretty good. Fair lump of aluminium, but okay. Catch you later. Here we have my setup to cut the, where are we? There we are. Now, where's my finger? Now I cut this outside face and then mount a steel plate with 2 screws to the side with a corresponding 45-degree angle on that plate. This is made to hold this. I needed to lift it up